Hello everybody,
So watch
welcome
your back.
welcome back to my Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous Azata playthrough. Last time, I'm going to finish off these puzzles for the Heart of Mystery and for Nenio's side quest. So last time we did, was it either, Final Veil we did last time. And then we've come back to this hub. We're going to do the Legacy of the... oh, sorry, that's me. We're going to do the Legacy of the Ancients next. I figured out the core of the riddle on my own without looking it up. Final Veil, I did end up looking it up. Let's see if I can do this one with without having to resort to cheating. Well, I say having to resort to cheating. I never have to resort to cheating, but in the interest of saving time and my sanity, I did. Let's see how we do. Okay, so we've got hashtags on both of these rows. The hashtag on that row as well, so hashtags are going to be around a lot, it would seem. Horses. And another horse there, okay. Is that all the placing ones? Oh wait, no, I'll just keep everyone else out of the way. Just do this
Everything has
fast.
a price.
Yeah, so as I said before, the way it works is you can only have corresponding shapes in the rows and columns that match with these on the outside. So for example, this piece here, the bottom one would have to be a horse and the top one could be either a horse, a hashtag, or the double blade. We know that this one here has to be the 3 stars. That's the only one in that row. Same with over here, actually. This one here has to be a hashtag. Which is an interesting place to start. This could be double horse and then 3 stars. This is the only point where 3 stars is required. And something else has to match here. And then along here it has to be either a horse, a hashtag, or the double blades. Is there any sort of obvious starting point? I guess so. These ones, the base ones, always have to be a horse, and then it's it's what the following kind of pieces alongside that. Because then they also have to match up like dominoes. So when they're side by side, they have to have faces that match. This is already looking somewhat tough. But let's just see what pieces we're working with, I guess. Sometimes it's handy if there's like an obvious first piece to put down, then you can build from there, but it doesn't look like we're getting that. So this one has to have 3 stars on the edge, and then the matching piece has to match with one of these pieces here. And then has to have a 3-star piece there. I guess let's just have a go with picking a first piece anyway. Let's do horse and double blade. There it is. Because hashtag is needed over here a bit more, so I would rather... yeah, and then flip it round. And then I guess here could be double blade and 3 stars. Is that an option? Oh, I don't think that is an option. That already makes this that a bit simpler, because there is no 3 stars and double blades. Which means that this can't be this. So let's try horse and hashtag. Or it could be horse and double horse too. Well, actually, let's do the double horse. Let's try double horse, because I saw a horse and 3-star piece there. Horse and 3 stars. Which means that over here would have to be something else. Oh, it'd have to be 3 stars and then hashtag or double blade. We know that there is no 3-star. And then... wait, what was it? Horse and... yeah, so a 3-star piece to connect there. I guess it has to be 3-star and hashtag if this is right. Hashtag lines up with that. And then are there any other 3-star pieces? That one would have to go in the top. Oh yeah, here. So I guess it'd have to be the single 3 stars and single blade going in this one up here, because that's the only one that's left. Over here, one of them has to be a hashtag and a horse, if that's going to be right. Horse hashtag, there you go. Spin it round. Yeah, because the bottom row all has to be the horse pieces. Then here also has to be hashtag and then something else. Well, it might have to be double hashtag here if that's an option, because it's going to have a hashtag in this spot to connect. Is there a double hashtag piece? There is, there, right there. And then here it has to be hashtag and then either double blade, probably not horse. So I think it has to be hashtag double blade, which is there. Yeah, that still lines up. The reason why that has to be a hashtag double blade because this piece here has to be one of these three. So in order for it to connect, so this has to be double blade horse, which is there. And flip them. So far that all lines up, right? Yeah, we've got the horse, hashtags, and double blade in that one. We've got those in that one, and these are all connecting. So now it's just whether we can fill out these last spots with what we have left. So this has to be double blade, and then anything else. Double blade, single blade's fine. This one has to be horse and something else. There is still a horse piece, yes. Yeah, horse and single blade. Oh, they're all single blade ones because they're not relevant for any of the connecting pieces. This one's much easier if I've got this right. There you go. Okay. I'm two for 4 in figuring out myself with these puzzles. I did 2 of them by looking them up, and 2 I actually figured out myself, which I'm okay with. Got another Elven Notes. And then what does this do in the Heart of Mystery? Because we've now figured out all... I'm imagining this will be the hardest puzzle because it's the 5th one. We haven't been given any extra slabs. So it's just what finishing all these does. Everyone come stand over here just so I can see the pitch perfectly. Oh, that's what these are for. 2/3 full container. What's this about? Does it follow the same logic where the rows and columns have to match? But I don't know what the containers mean. That is if I just put one in. Oh, that's so okay. So that's what it means by the full containers. I have no idea what that means in terms of how this looks. Does it have to be empty over a spot where there's nothing and then full if there's pieces there? Is that how it works? No, because otherwise these ones here wouldn't be... These are empty ones. Yeah, I have no idea how this is meant to work. Full container. This feels... Okay, how is this meant to work? Just sort of blindly guessing at this point. Is it similar where things have to match? So it would have to be a 1/3 full container there. Does it affect which way round the pieces go? Because there's no way for me to control that. I'm really just stabbing in the dark here with this one. I have no idea what it wants from me. I was wondering what these potions that we found were before. Is there any sort of indication about what this could be about? On the walls or something like that? Okay, so that is incorrect, whatever that means. Does it have any correlation with how many pieces are along the edge? That's got 4. This one's got loads of pieces along the edge, whereas this one's got not that many. Oh. This is an empty one. There's 2 there and 2 there. I mean, I'll be real, I have no idea what it's looking for here. What's the deal? Because these symbols along the side have to be something to do with it, right? And what's with the ones that were replaced by default that are empty? Okay, take them all back. There's no way for me to adjust the angles, so that can't be that relevant. Like, I can't flip them round. Maybe I missed some things in terms of how these puzzles were described, but at the moment this feels very much like trial and error and not anything to do with... Could the symbols be what matters? I've been calling them random things, but is there some correlation within the symbols and in how they're presented? So this is the board in its natural state. This is empty. It's correlating with... You know, I have no clue. I'm either missing something incredibly obvious. Maybe there's a clue in some of our gear or something. Oh wait, that recipe, of course. If there is a correlating clue, I have no idea what it is. Slab with a red symbol. Why do we still have this? Surely we should have had to use that in one of the puzzles that we did. That's even more confusing, actually. Why do we still have... Do we still have one of those? I did do all the puzzles, right? Secrets of Creation. The Heart of Mystery opened before the commander, the last obstacle that stood in the way of reward. Yeah, no clue. Looking it up. Okay. I was trying to find a solution that didn't just show me a fixed kind of image of solution, but actually explained how it works. And honestly, that confused me even more. Apparently, all of these symbols has a corresponding number that you can learn during Nenio's personal quest, but if we've learnt that, I don't know what it is. And then that number correlates to how many filled and not filled slots should be in each column and row. And but the solution was really long, so I am just going to follow the picture even if I don't actually learn what it's about. Okay, so this one's 2/3. 1/3 full, 2/3 full, there you go. And then this one's also... full container. This is incredibly hard. So I guess if numbers wise, if this has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 places and one of them is empty, then these 4 symbols must equal 6, I guess is the logic. There's 2 twin blades. In my head, that would mean 2, which would equal 4, but then that would mean that it has to be 2 twin blades where 2 of them are the same number. Oh, I don't know. Maths has never been my strong suit anyway, really. Okay, so this bottom one is 1/3 full. I guess it helps a little that the containers slot in their own manner, like you can't spin them round. They just kind of work how they work. But I guess if this one is 3 out of... Wait, 1, 2, 3... Yeah, 3 out of 7. And the only corresponding shapes are a horse and a blade. Maybe that's 1 and the horse is 2. Which means that's 1. And the double blades would have to be 2 as well. Oh, I have no clue. I'm not going to pretend like I'd ever be able to figure this out. Full container. If the shapes corresponded to numbers, I think they should give you, like, a document or something. And maybe they did, to be fair. There could easily be a document buried in all the random stuff I've found that tells you what the correlations are between the images and the numbers they represent, but I don't know where that is, if I even have it at all. Maybe if Nenio was here with me, it'd be easier. Maybe she would tell me. But Nenio isn't one of our party members. Okay, so that's a 2 slot. This one's a 1 slot. Then that's, yeah, a 1 and a full. This one's the full one. No, the full one. And this should open up when we're finished. Yeah. Okay, there you go. Don't feel too bad about cheating this. Let's claim the reward. Secret passageway. Oh. That's a big doorway. Areshkagal. One most worthy. You are late. The Sphinx's voice is tranquil and unchanging. Her masked gaze stares out indifferently somewhere above your head. We've been waiting for you a long time, but the age of Earthfall has ended, and along with it, our patience. The secrets of creation will remain unknown. Leave. Who are you? What's going on here? Who is here? You are not the one most worthy. You are not the one for whom we've waited. Now, how dare you intrude into our lair and try to discover our secrets? You don't seem to see me. Are you blind? The Sphinx remains silent for a while as if pondering her answer. We have been waiting here far too long. We have fallen into disrepair. Who are you? We are the will of great Areshkagal, the Demon Lord, the faceless Sphinx, the mistress of the Enigma. We are a projection of her will. We are the gatekeeper, entrusted with opening the door to eternity for the one who is most worthy. Who are you waiting here for? We are waiting for one who is most worthy. The one who will solve the puzzles. The one who refused to follow their kin. The one who survived Earthfall. Is that the storyteller? Sounds like it. The one to whom we will give our mask and name as our avatar. Not for you. I solved your puzzles, now I want my reward. The reward is intended for the one most worthy. You will not receive it. You should not have solved the puzzles. You should not have found the way here. You are a mistake. Let's bluff. You are wrong. I am the one who is most worthy, the one for whom you've been waiting. The Sphinx ponders in confused silence. The silence drags on. Long minutes pass in silence. Let's just wait some more. 10 minutes passes. The Sphinx remains silent. Wait some more. Is this just going to keep happening? The silence of the Sphinx becomes oppressive. The stillness is deafening. One more? There you go. The one most worthy is here, but it's not the one most worthy who speaks. How can the most worthy one speak if they are not here? How can the voice of the most worthy one be present if the most worthy one is absent? The Sphinx silently disappears before your eyes as if she was never there. I feel like they were talking about the storyteller. He stayed behind during Earthfall. You look at the ghost expectantly, but he is silent and motionless. He seems stunned, unable to comprehend what has happened, and suddenly the ghost springs into action. With one swift movement, he grabs the mask and rips it off his face. I think this is the last mask for the Nenio quest. This is the first time you've seen the ghost's face. He looks pale and haggard, but his dark eyes burn with stubbornness and strength. I have been imprisoned by that cursed Sphinx for thousands of years, but now I am finally free. There will be no more encounters with wandering travelers. I will never again have to lure them into a trap with the promise of my great mysteries. I must reward you for my freedom, adventurer. Although I have been dead for thousands of years, I was once a thief, and a good thief always has some loot stashed away. Take this as a token of my gratitude. You did not gain access to the secrets of creation, but you have given me the gift of freedom. I was once known as Kinney the Stubborn, Thief of Secret. Oh yeah, it must be the storyteller, because this is Kinney's old friend. Thank you for releasing me from my imprisonment. Wait, so you were Kinney? Kinney the Thief? You're the one who escaped the enslavement of the Cyclops and hid from them in the abyss? An elf called the Storyteller told me about you. He said you were his friend. Storyteller? I do not know anyone who goes by that name, but... The ghost falls silent, lost in thought. I believe I know the person you are talking about. He turns his face away, overcome with emotion. My friend. The one I betrayed. Can it be that he still lives? If what you say is true, I am sad we will not have the chance to meet. My time in the material plane is coming to an end. I can feel my life slipping away. Your friend is alive. Is there anything you would like me to tell him? Anything I want to tell him? The ghost considers this for a while. What is there to say? That I regret what I did to him, even though I'd do it again? That I've never had a better friend? The ghost shakes his head, then adds quietly, Tell him that in all my life, I never had anything more delicious than the spiced mulled wine we used to drink together in his tower. Now that you are no longer bound by the spell, can you tell me why you were captured? What purpose did you serve in Ereshkigal's plan? Ereshkigal forced me to play this game of questions and answers with travelers, but she never told me the reason for my imprisonment. I can only tell you my theory. I think that all of this, the riddles, the talking ghosts that appear in strategic locations, was designed to whet the curiosity of those who reached for the unknown. In other words, it was bait, and the bait was meant to lure them here. The ghost falls silent, then says in a low voice, It is possible that she had another goal in mind. The faceless Sphinx finds pleasure in subduing powerful seekers of knowledge, and my friend, the one you call the Storyteller, was a powerful archmage unlike any other. Perhaps Ereshkigal believed that he would enter the Heart of Mystery to save me. Should the promise of great knowledge fail to sway him, I would be the perfect bait to lure him into the trap. If that was her plan, things didn't go the way she hoped. Even the most cunning demon lords make mistakes. What will happen to you now? Who knows? I have been the prisoner of a horrible demon lord for thousands of years. Will I join the River of Souls like everyone else? Will I stand trial before Pharasma? If I do stand trial, where will I be sent? I do not know the answer to any of these questions, but it doesn't really matter. Whatever happens, it cannot be worse than what I have already suffered. Your freedom awaits. Farewell. Farewell to you too, adventurer, and thank you. Okay. Well, this area is big. I wonder if we avoided a fight by just standing around waiting. Yes, that's our way out. It's down these steps. There's a lot down here. The hell is that? Can we teleport over there? No, we can't. No idea what that's about then. Hope we didn't miss any other forms of loot. I guess we would have missed some loot by not fighting the Sphinx, although it looked like a ghost, so even if we did fight it, I don't know if it would leave anything. Just want to make sure I'm not missing any elven notes. Yeah, no, I don't think so. Does that mean we have 3? We've got 2. Okay. Oh, let's get out of here then. Maybe we should have battled the Demon Lord, but didn't feel necessary to me, really. I wonder if that would be a condition, because one of the conditions that you're sort of meant to follow is getting the, well, basically every time you fight a Demon Lord, if you use a Midnight Bolt, they drop a, when they bleed, they drop a Nihindrian Crystal, which we did on Baphomet and Discari. I wonder if that was one of the ones that you're meant to do it on in order to get as many as you can. But, well, we didn't. I'm actually curious now. Well, I think even if we did end up fighting that Ereshkigal Ghoul, it wouldn't have counted because it was a ghost, but I couldn't find anything to confirm that, but we'll see. Anyway, this means we can now go back to the Nameless Ruins with Nenio. Because she, that's a story quest, basically. Events, meeting with Dayron. Dayron wishes to speak to you in private. Okay. Business acumen. A scouting party was captured by a succubus who introduced herself as a priestess of Nocticula. She did not harm any of the soldiers and merely asked them to deliver a message. The demon is offering the commander a deal. She enjoys experimenting, and she is asking to be sent demons and mortals for research and play. What should be done with her? Yeah, that feels evil, even before checking it. Send troops after the succubus is lawful. Introduce the succubus to the thieflings. Huh? Unlocks the deal with thieflings decree. I mean, I'll do this because it's the chaotic choice, but that feels very evil chaotic. Sort of feels sad. I'm sad that they're sending the troops as a lawful choice. What does raid on the succubus do? Just gives me 100 energy points. Okay, we'll introduce the succubus to the thieflings. Woljif offered the demon a chance to move to one of the thieflings' hideouts in Mendev. The succubus will be able to perform her experiments in their well-hidden refuge. Maybe we shouldn't have done that. And the thieflings will find a way to gain something from such a curious rumour. And they will be sure to thank the commander for it. Approach of Harmattan's army. Okay. The scouts have sighted an army under the command of Captain Harmattan, a conspirator and traitor. It will soon be arriving in Dresden. The military council has summoned the commander to an urgent meeting. Okay, well, we will go back for that. We still can't do any other decrees. How's our army movement looking? We still don't have any movement available. We're not too far from Dresden should we need to move this army up. But okay. Let's go back to Dresden then. Okay. Let's go to our citadel. Darren appears at your door with a bottle of wine and a smile on his lips. He appears to have completely recovered from his shock and is livelier than ever. A break from the duties of commander is called for, Nest. I have a brilliant idea. He points at the bottle. I want to commemorate the heroic Inquisitor, Leota Hawkblade. May his soul find a way to the throne of his goddess, and so on and so forth. He was the only god botherer I actually happened to like. Quite an achievement, I'd say. Sure, let's drink to Leota. Darren drinks a glass of wine with you in silence, then smiles. All's well that ends well. And with that, I shall take my leave. But that adventure we had, it truly was outstanding. When you say leave, you're still in my party, right? Oh yes, here's a little present from me, in honour of our shared views on the Inquisition, so to speak. Star embroidered gloves. You haven't left, have you? Commander, the troops from Nerosian have arrived. As planned, we set up a feast. The soldiers ate from the tables laden with food, rejoiced, fraternized, and raised cups to victory together. Among these soldiers, Captain Harmattan came to his senses and refrained from giving any treasonous orders. It's all true. The captain bows his head. I realized I was about to commit a great betrayal, and, praise Ra, I stopped myself in time. I appreciate that, having learned of my plans, you didn't give the order to kill me immediately. You've granted me a chance to repent. There can be no excuses for my actions. I regret them, and I humbly stand ready to accept your punishment. I knew he'd come to his senses. Harmattan always seemed like an honourable soldier to me. You should spare him. One who betrayed you once will do it again. It would be unwise to give him the opportunity. How touching. Or maybe the good captain took notice that we had more people under our command than he did, and thought it best to have a timely change of heart. I want to know why. What did you hope to accomplish? Because of Her Majesty. I admit I have always believed that she is the only one who is fit to lead the crusade. Your appointment angered me, because I wasn't serving the cause, only her. I served the Queen blindly, against my better judgment and her own wishes. I'll never forget the day I first met her. At that moment my heart was lost forever. Of course, I didn't dare tell her of my feelings. Instead, I chose the path of servitude. It's why I could only ever accept her at the head of the crusade, but never you. Why didn't you give the order to arrest me? Sir Thomas truly knew our troops. Once they sat together at one table as brothers and sisters, I had already lost. Even if I gave the order, no one would have complied. But I already saw the madness of my plan. Yeah, I forgive you, and I believe that your repentance is sincere. Now serve me like you should have from the start. I find it strange that it's an evil choice to kill him. I thought it'd be a lawful one. By Ra's name, I don't deserve your forgiveness, and can be your advisor no longer. I must go to the front lines where I can redeem myself with blood. You have my thanks, and my apologies. I praise your mercy, Commander. I see why your troops are ready to follow you to the ends of the earth, or even to the abyss itself. This council and you personally have achieved the impossible. You have restored our morale and brought unity and order. You never listened to malicious detractors and stayed true to your cause. Worked one step at a time, building a determined and unshakable army, one that can defeat the forces of the abyss. A few years ago, none of the Crusaders could have even imagined that the cause would amass this kind of power. At times, you built your war machine through very unconventional methods, but it would be foolish to deny their effectiveness. The results speak for themselves. Your army is a thing of beauty, all right. Can't buy one like that with money. It's built by unique talent. Perhaps you're a genius in that regard. On second thought, forget I said that. You no need to spoil you with praise. I'm certain no one will ever dare plot against you, Commander, or even doubt you. Let's put an end to this mutiny and deliver the final blow to the abyss. Lead us forth, Commander. Guess that wraps up the logistics line of things. Yeah, Darren is still around, otherwise he wouldn't have been in the meeting. Okay, Nenyo, we're going to go do your quest soon. I just want to make sure your spellbook is perfectly lined up. You don't need to have Heroic Invocation, because we're going to have Darren with us. Give you another weird. Got leveled up those. Thought we unlocked Bolster for you. Did we not bother doing that? Guess we don't really need to give her heroism because we've got Ember on that. That's okay. I'm alright with that spell setup. I wonder if she has anything to say now that we have all of her masks. Yeah, I guess we'll go and do the puzzle with her. Seems like the next best thing to do. Get it done. No, she doesn't have any comments about us having all the masks. And we do have all 4 of them, right? I don't want to go there if it's going to be a waste of time. Yeah, 1, 2, 3. We only have 3. I am the summit, I am the darkness, I am the circle. Oh, what one are we missing? I thought we had all of them. Hold on. Oh, one of them's in the Ineluctable prison, which means it tells us what we're going to do next. Because I think that's basically the last thing we need to do in terms of locations before Threshold. And the, we're going to go do the Canabras DLC stuff as well. In that case, let's go rest in our Azata court and then make way that way, I think. Have to make sure the army has cleared the way.
I cannot help but think that everything happening right now will one day end up in the history books. And under the stern gaze of the schoolmaster, little Mendevians will read, "On such and such a day, the heroes stopped to camp here and there." And the little blighters will be thoroughly bored, and so they will begin doodling in the margins. And the only picture of yours truly in the book will be adorned with a mustache. So much for the rewards of heroism.
He's not wrong. I would doodle in school books all the time. Not in the ones I owned though. I wouldn't. Either the ones I owned or in my notebook and things like that. The margins were full of stuff. Okay, where is the Ineluctable prison? Where's the open portal to the Ineluctable prison? That's closed. It's also closed. That one's closed. Where's the open one? Oh, does where the entrance is change on the regular? Because we could just go and do that right now, couldn't we? Unless it changes again. That's interesting. I didn't realise that the entrance changed. I guess that makes sense why there's multiple gates. They change regularly. Okay, that makes this... Oh, we just have to wait 6 hours before we can travel again. Skip a day then. Okay, the portal is there. Everything's ready for the relic's augmentation. Druids have arrived in Dresden to perform magical rituals over Solemna's relic. Whereas some want to purify it, others revere the fallen druid and wish to honour him. Banish the dope, or distill the dope. Whenever you cast the same spell 3 times in a row, your next spell becomes empowered. Whenever you don't have full HP, anytime you cast a spell on an ally, you gain fast healing. Let's distill the dope. Some practitioners of the Green Faith are convinced that the plague druid Solemna was right in his delirious epiphanies. With the permission of the commander, they pronounce their prayers over his relic to impregnate it with their strength and faith. I don't know why all of these relics are diplomacy ones. It doesn't really make sense to me. Let's do the voice of the cursed bard. That might be something that's somewhat relevant to us. Oh, we're ready for logistics reform as well. That's actually still got quite a lot to rank up. I want to get them all to the max before we finish. I've still got 2 more levels in logistics. Here, go and hit this army here. What's it like? Should be fine. Okay, let's do... Well, I can hit all of them. Perfect. Amazing. The Crusaders descended upon the enemy in the middle of ongoing negotiations. A small gang of demons was haggling fiercely with a group of strange mortals covered in shadows for an artifact the latter had brought. In the end, it was the commander's soldiers who gained the treasure, but before letting out his final breath, one of the mortals promised, promised with an evil grin that the Oxen Alliance would not forget the insult inflicted. According to him, the powerful trading alliance from the Shadow Plane ran operations across many worlds. Right, and then we've just got these 3 armies and forts around here now. And those are the last ones we will have to deal with. Which one's this? This is the Sinister Mansion, right? Yeah. Okay, teleport to the Sinister Mansion. And travel to the Ineluctable prison. We'll do the movement points again that we can use. I'm assuming the Ineluctable prison is going to be a fairly big dungeon. I mean, it's described as a labyrinth, so it might be a hard to navigate dungeon too. That might take a while. I didn't even check what this army was before attacking. Probably should have. Hit all this bunch in the middle. Pretty good first strike. Okay, cavalry go and hit the swarm, finish them off. Archers finish off the cultists of the swarm. Then our other archers start hitting these ones. Okay, if they're going to do that, that's fine with me. So now they're bunched up together. Makes them much easier to hit. Oh, and we've got another spell use. Of course we do. I'm not going to use the spell right away. I know I could do 2 spells in one go with my setup, but I don't want to risk filling our infirmary with the cavalry if I can help it. They're going to move like that. It's fine. Okay, cavalry, you just run away, and then we'll fireball this group here. Perfect. Easy stuff. Daskari's cultists have gathered a big pile of treasures, gold, bars of various metals, vitals with ingredients, tools and supplies. Their actions seem to have no logic at all. They simply hoarded everything of any value to satiate the ultimately insatiable hunger of their lord. We've got to go to the bladesmith's workshop at some point too. What's this army like? Should be doable. Okay, who do I want to hit more? They're mages, they're cutthroats. I want to take the mages off because they can do ranged attacks. It's perfect. Cavalry, you come and hit these ones, the cultists. Then archers finish them off. I've just got this fairly big stack of cutthroats. Or fairly big, very big. Can we do a scorching ray? Weaken them? Bring out the dogs to intercept them. Do another scorching ray on them. These aren't a threat anymore. Especially if they're going to do that. Let's save the magic. Perfect. A gang of hunters was scouring the area around the World Wound, grabbing everything the hunters met and dragging them to Iz to feed the swarm of their Lord Discari. They were carrying lots of trophies taken from their victims. And what's this fort's army like? It's pretty big. I reckon we could deal with most of that with a singular use of Firestorm. Let's do it. Oh, I forget balers are immune to fire. But we do have more than just fire. Use Ice Storm. Perfect. Capture all regions of the World Wound. Success. The last demonic line of defense standing in the way of the crusade fell. Lying ahead is Threshold. New location discovered. The last barrier. Is that what this fort is? Yeah, last barrier outpost. Should build something there. This would be a useful one to turn into a teleportation spot so we can just get to Threshold really quickly. Build a citadel. Build a watchtower. Alchemist laboratory. And a hospital. I mean, we don't need any more resources. Our resource income is insane at this point. Okay, let's enter the Ineluctable prison. Yeah, we're here looking for the Herald of the Hand of the Inheritor. The number of statues of demon slaves serves as an indication of the demon's power, which is why, naturally, Baphomet made sure that his property would not be encroached upon by either his enemies or his own kind. The path into the Ineluctable prison is barred by the Groaning Gate. In the entire history of this place, no one has been able to break it open or unlock it with trickery. The commander has form for accomplishing the impossible. Well, before anything else, I'm going to buff. Okay. Let's go see what this place is about. Apparently there's a door that has never been opened here before. So let's see how we open it. Okay, there's apparently something here called the Obelisk of Crushing. That doesn't bode well, particularly. Blood gushes down in a never-ending stream. It is unlikely that it came from the prisoners themselves. Most probably, this blood was created by the nightmarish reality of this abyssal realm. Your mistress, Upon Vicious, is dead and gone. Svendak is the warden now. The feeble gnat is not even a demon. We obeyed Upon Vicious, but will never bow to her. Oh, is there inner turmoil happening? Then go join your snake, knucklehead.
I won't let you hurt my friends.
Okay, we can take advantage of infighting. That's what's going on. Okay, will give us a haste. Do a Quarry Ruchelet. And do a quickened Sense Vitals. Okay, Ember. What are you going to do? I mean, this feels like a great opportunity for overwhelming presence, because they're all bunched together. Try it. Perfect. And then do Hellfire Ray here. I do come around here, do a breath attack. Not especially effective, but that's okay. Prayer from Darren. Okay, Albrig, Death from Above. Do it on the back row. Great round, Albrig. Killing 3 of them. That's what we like to see from you. Okay, force. Actually, do a Vampiric Touch attack on the Dimmadand. Get even more excess health. 154 points of extra health. Nice to see. The rest are all just frozen, waiting for the kill. Do one more Hellfire Ray, why not, Ember? We are coming through the gate swinging.
Out of my sight!
This should finish it off. One more Death from Above. Incredible. Svendak. A happy smile plays on the elf's lips. Her soft voice rings deep with confidence and joy. Mortals rarely come to the ineluctable prison of their own free will. I'm ever so glad to see you. Once I imprison the one who killed Aponovicius, I'll fully establish myself as the mistress of this jail. And I'm sure my little ones would love to play with you. She folds her arms over her round belly and whispers with touching affection. I'll give you a wonderful life. I'll feed you soft Galarian flesh. You'll be strong, brave, wise, just like your father. Let's take a closer look at the elf. Knowledge world check. Success. An ignorant observer might be confused by the strangely hued skin and the white hair and eyes, mistaking them for signs of old age or dire affliction, but you recognize that this priestess is a drow, a dark elf, whose cursed people live in the Darklands. You're a drow. What are you doing here? Her high-pitched voice sounds almost hysterical. I serve my master! He has shown me the true understanding of pain, and even my people's knowledge pales in comparison. And he gave me my lovely babies. With maternal tenderness, she brings her fingers to her lips, kisses them, then touches her abdomen. Who are you? I'm Svendek, the new warden of the Ineluctable prison. After you were so kind as to dispatch Aponovicius and free up the position of warden, I seized control of the jail with the gracious approval of our lord. At the mention of Baphomet, her eyes light up with zeal. Granted me the greatest gift, the right to bring a new, beautiful life into this world. Yeah, who are you talking about? I don't remember killing Aponovicius. Who are you talking about? A brittle giggle erupts from her mouth. The foolish Marilyn Aponovicius, who heard that Dresden was less defended and sought to conquer it. Oh, she was one of the ones there when we arrived back, wasn't she? She thought if she procured a trophy as glorious as the Wardstone, she could rise in the eyes of our lord, surpass that upstart Vorlesh, and become his archpriestess. But the ugly snake had the misfortune of running into you, yes? What is this place? It's called the Ineluctable Prison, and it is my Lord Baphomet's domain. In this great labyrinth of cells and torture chambers, his prisoners meet their end and become food for the brood of the Lord of Beasts, and we, the faithful, discover power and guile. What was that battle about? Oh, some of the guards hate me even more than they hated Aponovicius. Others fear her so much they simply can't believe that sly serpent is dead. I've ordered that all those fools be cut down or tossed in the same cages as the prisoners they were torturing yesterday. It's so funny watching them getting ripped to shreds. Don't get in my way or I'll kill you like I killed your predecessor. Svendek waves you away nonchalantly. Don't waste your breath on empty threats. You'll never find your way in this maze. I'll just wait until you're lost and weak. Then I'll capture you and throw you in the darkest cell. I'll deal with you by myself, but... Her tone grows serious. I can't put myself or the life or the life that grows inside me at risk. Give me the hand of the Inheritor or I'll take him by force. Svendek's voice fills with venomous mockery. I'll do no such thing. My master has already tasted his torment, and it is to his liking. You won't disturb his feast. I've already spilled your master's blood before. Your threats don't scare me. Svendek's nostrils flare with anger. You had the audacity to wound our lord. You'll pay for this blasphemy, you and your Nocticular. Find the cell of the hand of the Inheritor. We shall do that. Magical barrier. Remove the seal. Okay, so we can go in there. Shall we go that way first? Because that was the way that was sealed off. This way is just empty. Rows of cell bars stretch into the distance and disappear in the darkness, as if this prison has no end. Perhaps that is exactly the case. In any abyssal realm, everything bends to its owner's will, even space itself. Creepy. A never-ending, infinite prison.
Precisely.
Knowledge Arcana check. Judging by the dark aura engulfing the obelisk, it is emitting a spell of crushing despair. Destroy the obelisk. Success. I'm sure there'll be more things like that that will potentially debuff us.
I will fight.
Do a force punch attack on this Minotaur. Uljif, give it a stab. And Rushle, finish it off. Perfect, well done. Vicious dark blood is seeping from the bone walls. Oh, it's going to be like a spiral, isn't it? There's going to be no way to know the correct way through this place. Okay, some people over here. The prisoners were slaughtered quickly and carelessly. The guards were clearly in a hurry. The cell bars are not made of metal or stone, but durable bone that seems to grow out of the floors and walls. It is as though what you are seeing is the skeleton of a prison, with other nightmares growing onto it.
Pretty good, aren't I?
Ember, you lost a will saving throw. Oh, there's another obelisk of crushing despair around, is there? That's a shame. I heard the master got a nasty wound. I bet it's all Nocticula's doing. There's a reason why we're at war with her now. Or was it heaven? Maybe it was that angel prisoner who struck our lord.
Time to rob them of their treasures.
Or should I get off a... Oh, you can't do a full round, can you? You've still got Sense Vitals. Give it to yourself again, though. Oh, I shouldn't have done that swift. I was looking to... just pass the turn. Okay, Warjiff, give us another haste. Charge in with Fenris. We can surely do some instant killing here. Yeah, there you go. One dead. Try and do two, maybe. Great work, Ember.
Cover me.
Got the insane dretches here. Okay. Good turn, Arushale. Death from above, Ulbrig. An easy fight. Gilbereth Contaminator, okay. Vicious dark blood is seeping from the bone walls. Under the trickles of blood, you notice scratches that make up the following message. My star has 5 rays, and the 6th is I, and I bring light into your heart. Okay, that sounds relevant. Free us and we'll serve you, I swear. Okay.
Did we retreat already?
Ah, stupid mortal. Let's kill her. They'll make us guards for it. I think you're the stupid one in this scenario. It's not going to go well for you. Let's avoid going into the cell, because that looks somewhat deadly. And it's not like I didn't see that coming. Yeah, you never know. They might have actually helped us out. Some loot. What's on the bookshelf? Some scrolls. That's nice. That was all there was in here, correct? Cool. Right. At least we've searched that dead end. We'll go through this way then. There's quite a lot in this room. Do force punch.
Cover me, all right?
Give a stab. Okay, Albrig, death from above these sharpshooters at the back. Take them out if you can. Brilliant. Good attack of opportunity, Albrig. That's helpful. Okay, Ember, I want you to try a instant kill. Good one.
I will see to your demise.
Good attack from Darren too. Okay, come and get these demo down here. Oh, who's this? Chaotic Evil Dragon? Oh, hello. Did not see you there. He looks somewhat intimidating. Now do prayer. Refresh that buff. Spread everyone out. You never know what kind of AoE attacks these dragons will have. Do another Instrument of Freedom nest. That's good, that's good, that's weakening it. Okay, haste has run out. Is there a way I can do it so it affects everybody? Come over here. Oh, it didn't affect a Rochelet or Ember. Slightly a shame. Okay, Rochelet, run here. You're too far away for Quarry. Refresh your sense vitals. See what this does. Oh, did a bump? How much did it dispel? Okay, it didn't dispel too many of our buffs. That's okay. It's alright, we can handle this dragon. Hellfire Ray Ember. an evil IAC. It's immune, of course it is. Darren, do another prayer. Everyone run and attack it. Hopefully end this turn. Force punch attack.
Stab you or zap you? Why not both?
Lair, we just need one shot to land. Perfect. Does this dragon really have no loot on it? We haven't seen a dragon like that before, like a cool snake dragon. Oh, there's more puzzles like this. They had these in the Ivory Sanctum. What did that thing on the wall say? That might have been a clue to this. The thing on the wall of the prison. Let's go back and check. I have a feeling that that was a clue. Should have written it down, shouldn't I? My star has 5 rays and the 6th is I. I bring light to your heart. So 5, 6. Maybe that wasn't a clue. I don't know if there was enough information there to do all the points. We haven't found any items that might give us a clue, another clue. Let's do newest to oldest. There's no documents or anything, is there? Okay, my star has 5 points, and the 6th is I. I bring light to your heart. Well, where are these enemies? Okay, getting it wrong summons in enemies. That's good to know. When did Ness lose all of her excess HP? An instant kill. Perfect. Okay, knowing that a failure brings enemies means I'm not gonna overly try to guess. See if I can find more clues. Oh, perception. The rivulets of blood running down the wall form crooked writings. They read, "At first I was empty, then I was filled with 3 wings. Okay. That's 1, 3. Is it 1, 3, 5, 6? That looks like it goes with that puzzle there. Awaken the magic circle. Okay, it's nice.
Careful now.
And that's definitely a clue. It's going by the numbers. Can we teleport in these cells? That's another point I should check.
I do things my way.
We are in the abyss now, so teleportation is more common here. No, okay, we can't teleport in there. At first I was empty, then I was filled with 3 wings. Are there more clues through this door, maybe, before I give it another go? Or is this another corridor? Yeah, this looks like another corridor set. Let's do 1, 3, 5, 6. Ah, that worked that time. Brilliant. So I guess putting those 2 clues together worked. It wasn't too hard to guess that that was the right order because that one started with that first, so it seemed to make the most sense to try that first. Genius, I know. Hey, Chief, aren't you worried Svendek will skin you alive? You were one of the old warden's favourites and all. Don't go spreading false rumours. Lady Aponovicius is too strong. She couldn't have died. She'll be back, and she'll make that upstart Svendak pay. You're an idiot, Chief. Should have sworn your loyalty to the elf right away, like we did. Oh, they're fighting each other. We shouldn't fight each other when other enemies just burst into the room. Very bad timing on your part.
Prepare yourself.
Precision
And great.
Nice. Easy kill. Try and instant kill this one. Perfect. Okay, Ulgrig, try and bypass this fire. Back him above on this one. This mirror about. A distorted reflection appears in this cloudy mirror only after a while. It emerges and laughs in your face. A bloody slash gapes on its throat. Is that a prison cell? Ooh, that's a nice cape to find. Anything else around here? There's this mirror. Let's awaken this magic circle. Oh. Oh, Baphomet. A menacing horned figure appears in the mirror's reflection. The sharp, hateful gaze pierces you, and you can almost feel your soul being turned inside out. I see you, mortal. It is your own folly that has driven you into my realm, or do I sense Nocticula's hand in this? Ever since war broke out between us, she has gone to ground, preferring to send her pawns to fight in her stead. You must have outlived your usefulness to her, if she has sent you to sacrifice yourself in such a pointless manner. You do realize that, no matter what she has promised you, she will not be coming to protect you this time. She is no match for me here in my realm, so you are completely alone. Release the hand of the Inheritor. Baphomet asks in feigned surprise. Release whom? Ah, the angel. What good is he to you now that I've wrenched out his virtuous heart and ordered my minions to hack it with knives, tear it to pieces, and singe it with flames? What would you want with a deranged, desperate clot of rage and pain? Did someone lead you to believe that you could still save him? Ha! Even Iomade would have no use for him anymore. It appears that you have been sent here like a lamb to the slaughter. You have been fed some asinine tale about an important mission, so that you'd rush towards your death without hesitation. He's our friend. If he's still alive, then he can still be saved. What is this place? This was once the place of my own imprisonment. Asmodeus, enraged by my attempt to steal from him, confined me here for an eternity of torment. Lamashtu had renounced me and left me to rot. But, as you can see, I managed to slip away and take this little toy with me. Now the Ineluctable prison is the heart of my realm in the abyss. No soul can escape from here, be it a prisoner or a slave who gave their life for me. All, from the most worthless cultist to Hepzimira, whom I killed in the mines of Clorfa, remain here, for they are all mine. How did you escape from Asmodeus' prison? You would never understand, mortal. Imprisonment begins here. Baphomet presses a claw to his forehead, against the burning, bleeding pentagram of Asmodeus. Once I had passed through the maze of my own mind, I tricked it by destroying the very notion of imprisonment. I created a lie where I was free and made the multiverse itself believe. What? Too complicated for you to follow? That's understandable. Even I couldn't fathom these mysteries at first. It took me years to ponder the knowledge given to me by Ereshkigal, the faceless Sphinx. I was once asked a riddle too. Urushle looks in the mirror, pensive. And I, too, would then ponder it for a long time, trying to change who I was. But Desna's riddle showed me the path of good and truth. Yours only dragged you deeper into a pit of lies and evil. What an amusing freak. A succubus turned to the path of good. I've received reports about you, Urushle. I'll take you alive. I've never had the pleasure of corrupting a repentant succubus. What do you want from me? Kneel before me and break the oaths you've sworn to your masters, for only thus may you mitigate the punishment that awaits you. Very soon, my host will put an end to this foolish venture you call a crusade. Do you know why this place was named the Ineluctable Prison? The Prince of Darkness, Asmodeus, upon creating this maze, willed that none would ever escape its walls. Those were no mere words. It was an enchantment, a definitive, indisputable order. Many souls have perished here since. The most cunning and dexterous of thieves would come to test the magic of Asmodeus, but none of them would make it back out. I was the only one who found a loophole in Asmodeus's decree. I did not simply find my way out of the maze. I took it back into the abyss with me, turning it into a realm of my own. What about you, mortal? What is your escape plan? What key will you use to unmake the sorceries of the Ineluctable prison? How will you find your way through the tangled corridors of my labyrinth? What hope could you possibly have of matching me? I'll just follow the left-hand rule. Oh, that's where you hold your hand against the wall and just go around. The way can't be found. It can only be made. There's surprised approval in Baphomet's voice. A clever answer. You'd make a bright slave. When you're groveling at my feet, I might consider re-educating you. A primal scream of pain hits your ears. The walls shudder. You hear something crumble with a dull thundering noise in the distance. The floor under your feet shifts like the undulating back of a beast rudely awakened. I take it my minions have resumed their work on the angel. To observe his agony is an exquisite delight. It feels as if I am experiencing the unbearable pain myself, and you will experience it as well. Wonder if we're going to fight Baphomet again. This time without any stepping in from Nocticular. I believe if we did, that's the only way to properly kill a demon, is if you kill them again within a year of their first... you have to kill them once, then again within a year. I believe that is the way that's been defined of doing it. Oh. Okay. Is that a respawning boulder? Have more, some insane dretches here.
Stab their backs.
Dead dretches. Give us another haste, Wooljiff. I'm sure we'll rest at some point in here, so we've got enough to work with. Okay, Ember, you move up. Just try a normal Phantasmal Killer. No, it didn't work. Hellfire Ray then. Okay, nice. That one's dead. Bullbrig. Death from above. Brilliant. Ivu, you come and attack over here. They're just blowing themselves up. Seems pretty drastic. But yeah, I guess they are. Yes, they are insane. Darren, do a mass heal on Ivory.
me.
Woolgif, give us another stone skin communal. About to run out. Oh, hello. Good thing we've all got echolocation. I'll make this easier. Oh, there are a lot of guys in this room.
Distract them for me.
Yeah, Rushla, you run into the middle of the room. Give yourself a redo sense vitals. Yeah, the lag's starting to get a bit bad. Aubrey, you fly in and hit these minotaurs at the back. Try and kill one at least. Oh, two maybe? Another kill? No, that's fine. Ivy, come and hit this sharpshooter. Are these guys all fighting each other as well? Sort of looks like it. Ember, try and freeze this side over here with overwhelming presence. Brilliant. And then Hellfire Ray. Nice. Is Ness doing all that barehanded? Sort of look like that. Or where the world up at Woolgif. He's over here.
Time to share your treasures.
Time indeed.
Desna, guide my hand. Struggles end here.
Yeah, the bombardiers are all still frozen. Ulbrig, definitely up again. Try and kill all of these if you can. Good enough. Ember, you're still kicking it. Do Fire Snake on this one. They're really not enough. Sure that would be enough to kill them.
I'll make short work of this.
Woolgif, you can finish this off.
Die already.
Lovely.
If there's gold, it's mine.
Okay, there's a secret door there.
This is my kind of work.
An unidentified bastard sword. Oh, there's a door.
They dare threaten me.
Hello? What are you doing
Your
standing around in the
death
doorway?
awaits.
Ember, can you manage an instant kill? Nah. Too easy.
Cover me.
No sweat. Sneaky Minotaur just hanging out in the doorway. Is this a patrolling one or something? Is that just bad luck that it happened to be there?
What's that glitter?
Okay, we've got a trap. Elite Labyrinth Minotaur. The Minotaur in your path suddenly sneers and opens its blood-red maw, and a low, mockingly cheerful voice of Baphomet comes out. I wonder when you'll finally accept your doom. You mortals are so amusing in your attempts to oppose us, the Lords of the Abyss. You fight, risk your necks, make sacrifices, and yet we still push you back without the slightest inconvenience. Do you think anyone will remember your self-sacrifice a scant decade from now? We'll all forget your name, and the names of those who came before you. Your Galarian will be ruled by my mighty brood, with the blood of the Lord of Beasts himself coursing through their veins. My offspring will inhabit your lands, and soon the lineage of every living soul on Galarian will be traced back to me, and every breathing body will bear my burning seal. Arilu Vorlesh will lead my armies, and Galarian will drown in blood. You've entrusted your armies to Arilu Vorlesh? Yes, now that Hepzimira has failed me, Arilu Vorlesh has become my new general. She has already told me everything she could discover from Nocticula, and this knowledge has been quite valuable. What's more, Arilu still serves Discari and reports all his orders and designs to me. She has proven herself a competent spy, despite her mortal origins. I wish this was all voiced, because the Baphomet voice was incredible. You hear a chuckle in Baphomet's voice. I have exalted Arilu, and made her my first slave. But do not be so quick to underestimate me. I know full well that she will betray me whenever the opportunity presents itself. I plan to betray her first. Arilu, Baphomet, Discari, Nocticula? They're all so evil and say all kinds of nonsense. I'm so lost I can't tell which of them are friends, and which are butting heads and fighting. I've already defeated Hepzimira, your mightiest daughter. I'll handle the rest of them. You speak of Hepzimira as if you're hoping your words will wound me. You've killed one of my descendants, and her spectre now wanders these halls. Am I supposed to care? I could spawn hundreds, thousands more. Among them, there will be those in whom my blood is stronger, and they will surpass Hepzimira. Believe me, I possess none of a father's sentimentality, for I am not a father to them, but their creator and their god. Noble families are nests of vipers, where every relative is either a useful resource or a dangerous rival. I'm quite familiar with the relationships that surround the lords of humankind. I suppose things are more or less the same with demon lords. I met another one of your daughters, Orzala. Orzala bet everything and lost. She invoked my name when she was on the brink of defeat, but I did not answer. Why would I? I'm not in the habit of playing favorites among my offspring. They must earn their place by tearing their competition to shreds. The weak must be weaned out to keep the blood strong. Orzala was stronger in a fight, but Hepzibah was more cunning and vicious, which is why she prevailed. Why should I nourish the shoots of the weaker branch when I can give all my attention to the one that's stronger? Tell me about your offspring, Yugofellas. Hepzibah tried so hard to strike his name from the memory of the abyss itself. Yugofellas was always crafty and able, but he lacked zeal and ire. I valued his shrewd mind and his uncanny ability to lie, and I found it regrettable when Hepzibah disposed of him. I didn't interfere, of course. My children's fight among themselves. Only then can the strongest be revealed. Are you going to brand all of your servants, or was Minago just lucky? I place various seals upon my slaves. There are those that grant power, those that bring delight, those that inflict pain, and those that simply mark their bodies as mine. Minago failed me, and I encouraged her to correct her mistake. The seals torment her every breath, draining her strength, and only by destroying you can she be free of them. I don't know where Minago went, but rest assured, every moment of her existence is torture that makes her want to scream without end. Stop cowering behind your minions. Are they, my seed and spawn, my faithful worshippers, not part of me? Do they even consider themselves separate from their master? You cling to the notion of individuality without realizing that your own self does not exist. You are but an instrument that has been grasped by several hands at once, and your destiny, your actions, and even your thoughts are theirs to control. You don't understand? No matter, you will. As you wander the darkness of my labyrinth for an eternity, you'll give up the illusion of selfhood. How will you know who you are then? Deftly sidestepped. I'll try to remember that one. Let's say a creditor walks up to you and asks you for the money you owe, and you respond, well, you see, the notion of individuality is a delusion. Money is a figment of society. Reality is not real, especially in Abadius, so I shan't be paying. Oh, a law check passed. Recall the unholy texts of demon worshippers. Like you, I'll stop being a prisoner and become a monster. Baphomet lapses into silence and studies you. You don't even realize how alike we are, mortal. Know that, just as I once was, you have been betrayed by your own patroness. It's time for you to die. The Minotaur's body begins to swell and alter. Baphomet is pouring a generous dose of his power into it. You seek to battle me? I will sacrifice the body of one of my faithful to show you a fraction of my true might. Okay, a big Minotaur. Baphomet's chosen. Do I still have my weapon enchantment on? I do. We're shaken apparently, which is not ideal. This guy doesn't scare me. But maybe he should. Okay, Arushale. Quarry him. Instant enemy him. And then shoot him.
Your peace.
Perfect. Ember. Let's lower his AC. And do a Hellfire Ray. Fenris, see if you can trip him up. It's going to be embarrassing for you, Baphomet, if I kill this without it doing any damage to me. Though that might not hasn't happened yet. We're all shaken. Albrig, death from above. I reckon this will do it. Yep. Little to fear.
I'm sure they mean
Oh.
some harm, right?
Did I speak too soon? Did he use a resurrection scroll on it? That's what it looked like. That's pretty cool. Okay, can we not attack it because it's not officially spawned in yet? That's what it looks like anyway. Yeah, it's not officially here, is it? Now it's here. And dead again. Deactivate that trap.
This is my kind of work.
See if it comes back again. Let's go and deal with that pillar before I forget. Now that we've removed the trap. Destroy the obelisk. Perfect. What's the deal over here? Oh, I didn't even check that way.
Is a waste of time.
I don't want to miss anything. We've got another one of these puzzles here. And a few doors sprouting off in every direction. Okay, before we check through these doors, let's head back this way. Let's see what I missed over here. Oh, whoa, 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 flee! Okay, so that boulder's just rolling about. Oh dear. I regret coming through this way now.
That's easy.
Okay, do this magic circle. Some more stairs downward. Was this a midnight bolt? Nice. Oh, it's the heart. Okay. Perfect. Needed to find this. Activate Joy of Life Nest. That'll make this a bit better.
Stab their backs.
Oh, Ember will have lost. Oh, she hasn't lost all her buffs. Just being killed by the boulder didn't do that in the same way that
I will
being killed in combat would. Okay, Ulbrig, you know what to do. Death from above. Good kill. Ember, overwhelming presence, please. Deny them all a turn. Do Fire Snake. Maybe you can do another breath attack.
Out of my sight!
I've got all our haste back. Joy of Life. Worth remembering. Okay, who's the one that is still... that one? That one wasn't affected by overwhelming presence. Prioritize killing that one first. Ulbrig's cleaning up. Oh, 3 kills. Perfect, Ulbrig. Great. Well, Baphomet just said that his minions were attacking the heart, so that's what I believe this is. Grimoire of the Beasts. We've learned something new. Should you wish to be granted Baphomet's blessing, conduct this ritual that honours the deeds of the Lord of Minotaurs. First, prepare the hollow skull of a bull and a sacrificial drink to be imbibed before the ritual. Your best choice would be to fill a cup with fresh blood from a jugular vein of a being who died in agony, consuming this nectar immediately. Once in a place where you won't be disturbed, be still, bound in the chains of contemplation, in honour of Baphomet, who likewise awaited the coming of his hour within the ivory labyrinth. Remain motionless for half a hundred and another 5 minutes, to match the number of unholy curses Baphomet sent upon Asmodeus during the time of his imprisonment. Then bring your face close to the skull and whisper into its bowels half a hundred epiphanies and observations that came upon you, by the example of Baphomet, who found his path to freedom through attention to the smallest of details. If you perform the ritual precisely as described, thus proving yourself in the name of Baphomet, the Demon Lord's favour will be bestowed upon you. No maze will mislead you, and your mind will become stronger against confusion and madness. We learned something. Let's grab the heart. Angel's heart. The heart torn from the chest of the hand of the Inheritor, the heavenly warrior who served Diomede. It is still beating, bleeding, and covered in 1,000 wounds. Hopefully we can return that to him. Baphomet uncaged. Okay, we learned something from this too. I'm not going to read all this. It's there if you want to pause and read it yourself. And another one. Grimoire of the Beasts excerpt. We're learning loads from this. We already gained the bonuses from that. Okay, I might stop there for now. This feels like a good place to take a break. Baphomet's unholy symbol is covered in the blood of the innocent who was sacrificed before it. Okay, well, we will hopefully finish the Ineluctable prison next time. So thank you for watching. If you've enjoyed this, I'll be posting daily. So if you want to subscribe to follow the series, and if you want to leave a like or a comment, I would very much appreciate it. Anyway, thanks again, folks. See ya.